Welcome to the first installment of Lord Unzipped, the behind-the-scenes footage of the recording of Blacklisted.
Awesome. All right, cool.
So, in this installment today, we're going to be asking everybody questions. Each person got to decide a question for each other member of the band. Unfortunately, one of our people was able to make it, so there may be some impromptu impersonations. First up, Todd. Guitar. All-around cool guy. Look at those shades. Come on. How can you not be cool? All right, first question.
I don't know how stoned I am.
Shh. What were your goals with this release versus Awake?
You know, I remember there was this one time when the Seventh Gate was on tour with Call the Paramedics. We were in Philly. Go Eagles. And they Call the Paramedics is doing this interview about their tour. And this dude's like, so what were your goals going into this tour? And what you guys wanted? And Schlack's like, I don't know, next fucking question. You know? And Drew's like, I don't know, next fucking question. He's like, so what would you compare this tour to as opposed to the last tour? And they're like, I don't know, this is fucking dumb. So you know what? Then I went and I said, all right, I got a real question for you. In about how long does it take the four of you guys to crush a 30 of Bush before the show starts? And they say 15 minutes. Easy. See, that's a real fucking question. So really, why don't you just ask me a real fucking question? Like, how many times did I touch Chris's titties in the studio? How many times did Skip fuck with his microphones before the fucking drums started recording? I mean, like, why don't you ask me something real? That's it.
All right. Thank you, Todd. Now on to round two. We'll have one of our other contestants read you a question that they have written specifically for you. So first off, we're going to go with myself. Lucky you guys. My question is, Todd, now that this will be your sophomore release with Lord, what adaptations have you had to make to your writing and playing styles to accommodate a second guitar player?
To be honest with you, man, it's actually been a breeze. It's been really easy, and it's been a lot of fun to finally be able to play certain things that, you know, like I might have written 2, 3, 5 years ago even, but couldn't really do them with Polkowski as much as I wanted to, because Polkowski, there's only one guitar. There's only one stringed instrument ever. Being able to have a second guitarist to write helps open up and bring out a lot of riffs that I've had in my head for a long time and that I fucked with for a long time but never really been able to use. So to me, I didn't feel like I had to adapt to anything. This was just normal. It was, could have done it in my sleep. It felt great.
Awesome. Good answer. Now, on to our next contestant. Up on the block is Stephen Kirchner. Wait, there was a cough in there. Stephen Kirchner.
Hey Todd, how's it going, man? Stephen F. Kirchner the second. Yeah. How's it going, Todd?
Yeah. What's
Excellent.
up, dude? Back
Excellent,
and forth?
man. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I am.
I'm not.
Oh, yeah. Too bad for you, man.
I suppose.
Well, thanks so much for having me on the show today, Todd. I really
Absolutely.
appreciate a chance to get to ask you this question. Lots of different influences have been mentioned in the rehearsal space as far as that riff sounds like such and such, or that beat reminds me of that badass shit that I like. So I'm going to name a few that stuck out to me, and then you're going to add to the list. And hey, you can't repeat anything that I said. That's why I got involved. You got to do it. All right. Bolt Thrower. Motherfucking Slayer! Sabaton. What? Sinister and Mayhem. Go, Todd.
You know, there was a little Cradle of Filth in there. You know, I think there's a little Cradle of Filth in most things that I write. I actually had a little Pig Destroyer in that too. What else would I put in there? Yeah, aside from Cradle of Filth and Pig Destroyer, sorry, I taper off all the time when I'm talking. It's a really bad habit.
Look at how red those eyes are.
Oh, seriously. Yeah, you know, I almost felt like there was a little bit of Mastodon in some riffs, which is weird because I don't even really listen to that band. But it's just like there's just this one album, and there was a little bit brought out from, I don't know, I get influence from a lot of weird places, and places I wouldn't necessarily think I would get it from. I think that A little bit came from Dillinger, even, and maybe a little bit of maybe even a little bit of Deftones in there too.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, very, 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 very different bands.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you so much.
And on to our last.
Respect the neck.
On to our last contestant. Will, would you please come on down?
Hi.
Hi.
Not yet,
Yeah.
but I will be soon.
Sweet. Judging from your writing in your previous bands, does Lord's current direction feel like a more comfortable fit for your writing, and how do you feel your writing has impacted Lord's sound on Blacklisted?
Oh man, I love both of those questions.
Thank you.
Yes, I love those.
Took me 2 seconds.
Dude, I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing that I said to Skip before too. Like, I loved the direction this went in versus Awake, and Awake was great. I loved doing Awake, but this was so much more of an even flow for me. Like, it was a little. Some of these songs were a little rough at first because of the fact we weren't practicing enough for a little while. We kept missing a lot of days, and it took me a while to remember a lot of these. But once everything...
You can blame my old job for that one.
Yeah. I mean, I can blame my own job for a lot of things, too. But, you know, once everything was set and ready, I feel like this stuff feels way more natural to me than a lot of the stuff on Awake did. You know, not that I don't love playing all that stuff, but this is just... And for us to continue to go in this direction, I would be thrilled to do that. Like, that sounds like that sounds like exactly what I want to be doing with this band, as opposed to, you know what I mean, like trying out other things here and there are cool. But this is the kind of shit I love to write, man, and it feels good. It feels good to do it with this group of guys.
Awesome. That's all I got.
All right. Well, this round is complete. Todd, thank you for coming down. Tune in next week. Our next interviewee, Stephen F. Kirchner II, will be joining us. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Lord Unzipped.
Deuce,
Goodbye.
deuce. SFK, deuce, deuce.